Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to break down a blockbuster that has just officially landed on the mobile platform called Kuroko's Basketball: Street Rivals. This is the first real-time 3D action game based on the famous basketball anime series of the same name, marking a major step forward compared to previous simple card or puzzle titles. Although this project already created a huge sensation in Japan since late 2023, it is only today, March 11th, 2026, that the international version has officially been released widely to regions such as North America and Southeast Asia. However, there is a small note for everyone. At the moment, the game is still restricted in certain countries, so if you are in a region where the game does not appear on the App Store, you may need to install it through an APK file or use IP region switching tools in order to experience it. This launch carries a lot of expectations because the publisher has attracted more than 1 million pre-registrations, proving that the appeal of the Generation of Miracles is still extremely strong among fans. In this video, I will give you a complete overview from graphics and gameplay mechanics to the debates about fairness in the character system so that you can have the clearest picture before starting your journey to conquer the street basketball court. Starting with the overall overview, the first thing that will impress any gamer is the sharp 3D graphics quality of the game. Unlike previous simple versions, Kuroko's Basketball: Street Rivals recreates the signature special moves of the main characters in a very spectacular way, creating an explosive and dramatic feeling just like when we watch the anime episodes. Along with the impressive visuals is a well-invested audio system, as the publisher has fully integrated the original voice actors and familiar background music, maximizing the immersive feeling for players in every match. However, there is a very important technical note that you need to prepare for in advance. Even though the initial installation file on the App Store is only around 45 megabytes, the game will actually require downloading a large amount of additional resources. The total real storage size after everything is downloaded can range from 3 gigabytes to 4 gigabytes. So make sure your device has enough free space and a stable internet connection so the installation process can run smoothly. This heavy investment in animation systems and original audio is the key factor that helped the game receive enthusiastic support from the loyal fan community right from the early days of its release. Moving deeper into the gameplay mechanics, the core of the game revolves around the street basketball 3v3 experience with very fast match pacing on a half-court scale. The system offers a rich list of game modes, from intense ranked matches where team composition and countering enemy skills become extremely important, to an emotional story mode that allows players to relive the journey of Seirin High's basketball team from the early days all the way to the Winter Cup tournament. The most noticeable difference of Kuroko's Basketball: Street Rivals compared to competitors such as Slam Dunk Mobile lies in its design philosophy that leans more toward battle basketball rather than pure sports simulation. While other titles focus on positioning and scientific stamina management, Street Rivals emphasizes the explosive use of supernatural signature skills. The excitement in each match comes from performing meteor jam dunks from long distances or using the Emperor Eye to make opponents collapse, turning every possession into a dramatic clash between superhuman abilities. At the center of the game is the character system, featuring the full lineup of the Generation of Miracles, where each player holds a unique tactical role that contributes to the team's victory. Tetsuya Kuroko serves as an extremely important ball circulation hub with his misdirection ability and lightning-fast, unpredictable passes. Meanwhile, Taiga Kagami is a monster under the rim with his genius jumping power that allows him to perform long-range dunks, while Daiki Aomine possesses absolute speed and formless shots, turning him into the strongest solo-scoring assassin in the game. It is also impossible not to mention Seijiro Akashi with his ability to predict movements in order to execute ankle-breaking plays that make opponents collapse, while also bringing the entire team into a perfect coordination state. However, one thing you need to pay special attention to is the power cycle, also known as power creep, through the character version system. Instead of upgrading only one character, the game releases multiple versions representing different power stages in the anime, from the original base form to the zone state, and the strongest being the last game version. Real data shows that characters from the last game version are currently completely dominating the meta, with skill sets capable of breaking almost every normal defensive mechanic, forcing players to continuously chase new summon banners in order to avoid falling behind in the rankings. Besides the strength of the characters, the economic and gacha system is the most practical aspect that any player needs to understand before deciding to invest. The game operates under a free-to-play model but carries a strong pay-to-win element through an extremely harsh summoning system. The drop rate for the strongest characters from the generation of miracles in their zone state is currently extremely low, only about 0.05% per pull. This forces players to rely on a pity system that can go up to 200 pulls in order to guarantee obtaining their target character. However, successfully summoning the character is only half the journey because the cost required to fully upgrade their power is even more expensive. Since the exclusive skill cards and talent cards are very costly, it is estimated that a player may need to spend between 100 and 200 USD per character for them to truly perform effectively on the court. The scarcity of resources and the high upgrade costs have created a massive gap between paying players and free-to-play players, especially in ranked matches, where stat power can sometimes overpower individual skill. Saving enough diamonds for a meta-shifting character can take months for grinding players, making the competitive environment extremely harsh and requiring careful financial planning. Looking at the advantages and disadvantages objectively, Kuroko's Basketball Street Rivals truly shines, thanks to its stunning graphics foundation and spectacular skill effects, creating explosive moments that perfectly capture the spirit of the anime. The game also earns major points among fans because of its respect for the original source material, from character designs to the carefully recreated storyline, delivering a valuable experience for the otaku community. However, besides these strengths, the connection experience is currently a major barrier for many gamers, especially in Southeast Asia. Many players report frequently encountering high ping ranging from 100 to 200 milliseconds, which creates noticeable disadvantages in fast ball contests or when attempting precise defensive plays. In addition, the SEA server sometimes feels relatively empty, which causes long matchmaking times and creates boredom for players who want to participate in continuous competitive matches. These are infrastructure and server management challenges that the publisher 5Cross needs to address and improve quickly in order to retain players in the long term. To help new players, especially free-to-play grinders, get a smoother start, I have a few strategic tips on how to optimize resources right from the early stages. Instead of trying to chase expensive gacha characters, you should focus on investing in high-value characters such as Takao Kazunari for his playmaking abilities, or the base version of Hyuga Junpei with his extremely consistent three-point shooting. Building the correct potential board that focuses on key stats for each position will also significantly compensate for the lack of base stats on your character. In addition, the key to surviving in this environment is patience in resource management. You should never waste diamonds on random gacha banners, but instead save until you reach the full pity threshold in order to secure truly meta-changing versions such as zone state characters. Do not forget to take full advantage of launch events and complete the story mode as early as possible to collect additional diamonds and upgrade cards. To support you further, I will also provide a list of the newest gift codes for 2026 in the comment section so you can easily copy and redeem them. You only need to go to the shop, select more, and enter the code in the codes section to receive these valuable starting rewards. When talking about basketball games on mobile, it is impossible not to compare Kuroko's Basketball Street Rivals with the king of this genre, Slam Dunk Mobile, because the two games approach the sport in completely different ways. While Slam Dunk Mobile is famous for its gameplay focused on realism, requiring players to learn positioning, stamina management, and fundamental basketball techniques in a scientific way, Kuroko's Basketball Street Rivals goes in the opposite direction. This game is built around the concept of battle basketball, where everything revolves around activating visually spectacular special abilities. While Slam Dunk targets players who love realistic basketball simulation, Street Rivals is the perfect choice for those who want to immerse themselves in the colorful world and supernatural abilities of the Generation of Miracles. In addition, the talent and potential systems in Street Rivals are designed to be more complex, although they also come with significantly higher upgrade costs compared to its competitor. Therefore, the choice between these two games depends entirely on your personal preference. Do you want a realistic basketball simulation, or do you crave the explosive feeling of unleashing abilities that break all the rules just like in the anime world? To conclude this video, I want to emphasize that Kuroko's Basketball Street Rivals is truly an ambitious project that brings a dramatic new breath of fresh air to anime-style basketball games. With outstanding 3D graphics, a diverse skill system, and an almost perfect respect for the original source material, the game will definitely be a destination you should not miss if you are a loyal fan of the series. However, the journey to reach the top of the game will not be easy, especially when you have to balance passion with limited resources. That is why I would really like to hear your opinions. Which character from the Generation of Miracles are you prioritizing to upgrade first? Share your thoughts in the comments below so we can discuss together. If you found the information in this video helpful, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you will not miss future videos where I break down the potential boards for each character and update the latest meta changes. Thank you for spending your time watching, and I hope you have explosive matches on Kuroko's street basketball courts. Goodbye, and see you again in the next videos.